T1, on the other hand, they don't have great hard engage to punish this champion in lane against Ahri. He's not going to have a great time, but he's not going to be pushed in. He's not going to be finding himself losing 20 waves of farm. But the Victor pick I like a lot more, and this is what I was going to mention before that was Hubbard.
It looks like we finally got there. Game number 1 of the first semi-final, of course, officially titled Playoffs Round 2.
But we will also, have to remind everyone that Fate has been more successful on assassin picks than control mages this season.
Boy. This lane is in the perfect spot as, no flash comes in. There's the Q, and Fate is going down. First blood given over to Owner.
They're going to make Fate's life so miserable in the mid-game. Cast?
Oh, there it is once again. He's dunked right into Keen's arms as he's waiting for him. A lot of damage coming out from Zeus as Elam is trying to run this down, but Owner in position to save him. Little engage here in the mid lane, but not really going to find an angle. T1 looking to take down yet another objective here. As another huge shot blast. That one's going to hit the crown and Teddy. As now, you
don't want to fight this, Guangdong.
Yeah, you're really just trying to force it if you fight now. And T1 get the objective and just back away.
Faker
over the wall. He's very proactive there. A huge shot blast into Keen as well, and there's the root as over the wall goes Keria to his death. Maybe a little bit overzealous there.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a little bit overzealous from Keria. A nice attempt here from Faker, but
just to continue getting more turrets and trying to get ahead here in gold, and they will absolutely, because it's 2v1 here. They're trying to get on top of Fate. The crown is down. Do they have the damage though? Keen comes in with his own teleport.
Still has Cask.
As now they're going to engage on a Hoyt, who does have to flash away, and Faker is teleporting away, but
Cask.
Keen is just going to throw a big old barrel on top of him, and down he will go.
Man, T1 are really overextending in this game so many times. They still have a massive lead. They still have removed so many structures. T1 want to commit. They have the choke point control, and they've got an Ahri.
They do have okay turn, but not the best, and this is incredibly early as a huge Solar Flare does come in onto 2. Keen is going to be kited back. In goes Faker, and he takes him out and gets out again. As the pick onto Keen will be nice. And now it's 5v4. Faker has one more charge. He's looking for another charm. This time will not land.
Keen being down here is pretty massive because it means that Guangdong Freaks just will not be able to turn without him. Their composition is not powerful enough just yet to win a scrappy fight like this. Fate.
He's playing with fire here as the engage comes in. In goes Keria, and down will go Fate. As now the rest of Guangdong gets baited into the fight here. Huge Feather Storm just blows up the Xin Zhao, and that is going to be a couple more kills in the T1's pockets.
Guangdong Freaks had such an opportunity here.
Everything's available here for the Guangdong Freaks, but the turn, once again being set up here by T1. The damage is going in. There's the rocket onto Owner. This is going to be close, but Elam's not able to get in. He gets charmed as the engage goes down, but the Devour is there once again to save Faker, and this is going to be a massacre. Faker able to take down Keen. Teddy is getting a bit excited, but over the wall comes Faker again, and he is going to get that charm out to Teddy. This will be a clean ace, and the Baron, and potentially the game end for T1.
Teleport coming through here. They will have to push through this inhibitor and 2 Nexus turrets, but they've got a ton of damage. This is Messiah with Baron buff, exactly.
Tank the turrets, keep the minions alive, and you can do it.
They don't have any wave clear without Fate, and I think the T1 have just won the first game of this series. They were able to push their advantages so hard. Forced lose-lose situations for Guangdong. The health bars are low, though.
Okay. I suppose it is a little bit early.
Look, whether they kill the Nexus now or not, I think they've controlled this game now to a point which is unrecoverable for Guangdong Freaks. 10,000 gold lead here for T1, and the mid cryo that's guaranteed for them for a subsequent Drakes.
Okay.
And no flash for your Leona.
You got to try for something.
Yeah, I think you definitely try
Maybe.
for it. You have to try for it. It's flank teleport here from Faker, but he's going to take a while to get through. They don't have any vision here in this choke.
Oh, God. This is like a horror movie as the kick comes in, and Owner even gets it. He's going to get the Drake, and Faker gets the perfect flank off. As everybody's just getting absolutely melted here. Keria is so tanky with the randoms. He even has a stopwatch at this point. Teddy can do 0 against the Tom Kent, and that is going to be yet another ace, it looks like here. Fate getting chased down, and T1, they can just end the game.
They absolutely can. Keria wants to cut off Fate, the only person who can clear waves. Speaking of waves, they are already hitting the last remaining
missed him.
Doesn't matter. T1 going to push to end. They forced so many lose-lose fights on Baron. The setup was great. The turn was fantastic. Faker hitting so many critical charms. And that's game number 1.
And it was with Kwangdong Freaks playing the early to mid game incredibly passively.
And
and they ended it this fast.
You have to know as T1 too, in those fights, in those setups on Baron, that you absolutely can win the turn. Because if you do start the Baron and fail the fight and get wiped, and Kwangdong get all that gold for these carries, you lose the game off of that Baron. You have to have the utmost confidence, but also know that that is your best way to shut the scaling out. T1 just so smart about the game, and with the greatest player of all time.
We were expecting that. Okay, Nocturne. So taking a page out of Canyon's book. Owner definitely has been watching the games of Canyon, trying to best him. And now we'll see if he can play a better Nocturne. And I kind of like it, you know, him with the Vex, they go in together. It denies a lot of the engage opportunities from Kwangdong Freaks as well. It feels great for T1 as well. I think any kind of composition for T1 when you're feeling yourself, everybody's extremely confident. Looking for the dive here as the wave does push in. Guma at about half health as it stands. Hoyt with the Ignite looking to engage there onto Guma. He has no chance of getting away from this one, but Hoyt will be traded back as Elam has to flash, but he will go down too. And Keria picks up a double kill after all that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power of Nautilus on weak side. The ability to root anybody in these heavy dives is part of the reason why Nautilus is so popular with champions who are going to play weak side in the 2v2, who can be dove under turret in these scenarios. Faker's got 6. Ooh, doesn't land the Shadow Surge. Can Ornhorn his way to a turnaround here, especially with the bullet time, but it's just so late, no vision.
Hoyt is just not here yet. I mean,
he's so far away.
As you pointed out, it's just the timing isn't good, and now T1 looking for the engage here, trying to get on top of the Lee Sin, and down will go LM Owner, flashing forward, and will not land the fear, but Teddy with the bullet time, trying to get that damage down, will at least be able to take out Guma. That's going to be another kill, though, for the Leona. And take a look at Keen up on the top side. He's just running away with no support for him either. He's trying to turn it onto Owner now. The flash comes forward, but he gets feared. And that will be a kill into the hands of T1. And this game is accelerating faster than game 1.
Yeah. And Guma's just down here farming. You know, Teddy finds himself super behind. Oh, no.
Oh, this is Nocturne coming on in. And this is the power of Nocturne and Nautilus, I suppose, as they just make that look so easy. Keria with another pristine setup. As now Elam's over the wall, but Faker's here too. As the teleport's coming in, but it's way too late. Elam's going to die before this even fully channels. Is now Keen trying to turn it around. He will be able to knock up Faker, as Keria will eat a lot of this damage. The flash comes in, and finally Kwangdong gets something on the back of this all.
Yeah, will they get more? I don't think so. Got to be so careful fighting into Gumayusi at this stage.
Yeah, and fighting into a Vex as well. As the fear comes in, the damage, they got to be careful about this. Fate nearly goes down, and they're wasting so much time. They're giving so many plates over to Zeus in the top lane.
Nearly a 5,000 gold lead, 4.5 here or so at the moment, and 4.2. Let's, be nice about it. But Teddy's 3 levels down. They're trying to set this one up. 2 level 7s against Zeus. See how it goes.
Yeah, Elam goes immediately up to the top side, but Zeus just flashes that one away as a Jinx Rocket was even coming in. Yeah, so they trade back the 1 kill, but Zeus got 2 plates. Is now looking for a play with a buffered dredge line into the wall. Keria is totally fine. He's going to be able to get away from the mid laner here, as now fight down on the bottom side. Guma trying to go 1v1 against him and will be able to pull it off, as Teddy will go down, as this game has totally just gone into the trash. T1 have dunked him into it. Even the top side, yeah. Zeus is just dunking on him too.
I heard a loud thud when Kwangdong Freaks reached the bottom in the second game. And, Zeus, will they actually catch him here? No flash.
They will, yeah. Looking pretty good, as he really trades it back, actually. But
Eclipse shield value, almost good enough to trade it. Rocket, though? No.
Not quite.
If Owner is on the top side of the map right now. Fate, excuse me, dies. He's dead right now. He's at less than half health.
Yeah.
He might still be.
Yeah, we do have Keria coming in, and now the Paranoia. He's not even here. He's going in on Teddy in the mid lane. 2 kills in the top side, but in the mid lane, Teddy had to flash and heal to get away from the Nocturne. So the Paranoia gets value in 2 lanes.
Yes. I mean, this is...
He might die now because he's just AFKing. But I think it's fine. He's actually maybe even turning this around. Oh, he's got a stopwatch. He's totally fine. As now Keen is going to go down. Best item in the game. As now T1... I don't know, man. They've got a Rift Herald at 17.5 minutes. I don't think they can end the game, but the game is over. Yeah, I mean, this is looking more one-sided than the DK Bro series even, and that was very one-sided. Series isn't over, but again, this game certainly is. T1 taking their time, just pushing down all the lanes here. Fate is still in the top lane, trying to get that objective bounty.
Here he comes.
Can't really blame them. As, yep, Shadow Surge comes in goes the Vex, in goes the Nocturne, and someone is going to die when you're this far ahead. 11,000, now 12,000. As another inhibitor will go down. They're really trying to push the issue here. The bullet time will be flashed away from. So another potential Shadow Surge will come in, but not going to pull the trigger on that.
Now T1 concedes up these turrets. They have that mid-wave coming through. This should be the end.
Oh boy, Fate gonna get caught on the LeBlanc, and they're looking for more. Owner has the spell shield and the GA, as he will just survive here 20 minutes in and 20 minutes out. That is going to be the end of the game. Teddy, the last question is, will he survive? Looks like the answer will be yes. As T1 love to play with their food. Doesn't look like they'll get a kill. 20-minute win for game number 2. We already know what happened. I mean, wasn't much of a battle. Their communication is just so on point. Their teamwork is insane. Like, the way they set up for fights, especially on that Rift Herald, was the most striking thing for me.
Keria has almost 4,000 damage. Both Elm and Hoyt's in at 2.4k. They just had no opportunity to do anything this game. Like, Hoyt and Elm's damage is the same, because Elm couldn't do anything. He was just so far behind.
He tried.
So oppressive. He did try in the early parts, for sure. See Kennen here.
Okay.
Kennen into the Akali. Definitely an interesting matchup to play out. Kennen ranged in the early parts can be very annoying. It's very difficult for Akali to all in the Kennen because he could just ult and shut her down.
Right for game number 3. Will T1 continue with their streak of wins? As we do have Owner who is going to spot, hey, okay, this is down. Keen though level 3, and he might be able to get a cheeky little dive off real quick here if they can land the stun. And there's the stun to flash in, and just like that, down you go, Keen.
As this is just Kennen.
Okay.
Has the W.
Okay.
He says okay. He's calling for a gank. He's like, I don't have W. And then just goes into melee range to hit him with a shuriken to guarantee the stun.
Yep, lightning rush as well. That I can understand it, but Keria was also nearby. As, oh, there's the fear, but he gets knocked out of the queue, so.
Coming up in 2 minutes is, this is a nice trap. I really like this from Elm. Super smart and proactive.
Yeah, he's gonna find Owner. This was the expected result. The follow-up gank as Owner's gonna kick Fate away, as now Elm will be able to flash in, and finally, looks like Kwangdong Freaks get something on the map.
Yeah, finally put something on the board here.
It's so hard to dive directly into all of this, yeah. And they're just going to get right on top of Hoyt here as he goes down. Now it's 5v4. And
that might be the best thing for Kwangdong. Maybe they'll leave.
Oh, Guma unleashed it, actually, as he was backing away. And they're not leaving, Wolf, unfortunately, for our sakes. Teddy sticking around. Fate still looking to poke.
They didn't use the slicing maelstrom, so you have to walk through this choke point now, and that's a no for me, dog. I'm going to say absolutely not. Don't think so.
Thanks, Randy. That's going to be the Rift Herald going down. And now they're just going to turn on Keen here, who is on vision. Little fight in the Rift Herald pit, but again, pretty desperate. They will be able to take out Keria at the end of the day, but everybody else goes down. Hoyt is trying to get on in here with the engage. Big pull back on the feathers, but now Teddy gets feared up, and the kick nearly catches both of them. Had Teddy not flashed, that would have been the case. As the chase still on, Owner jumping into 3, just going to be another massacre as T1 are taking him down one by one.
The only wins, oh my god, Kuma almost gets him with a chomp. Doesn't matter, Zeus will get the kill in the end. The only win that Kwangdong get in this fight is actually the early part of it. And LM goes down, and then you're on the wrong side of the map. As, speaking of wrong side of the map.
What happened here? Why is he there? Oh no. Carry with the assassination from range. Just Nautilus carry things, I suppose.
Meanwhile, Zeus is just pushing bottom for free.
Carrier, yeah, he's going to get another engage here onto Elam. But will he go down? The Q will land. The execution damage is enough as rooted underneath the turret. Owner will bite the... will he, though? Will he, though?
Nope.
No, he will not. Owner will survive yet again in the Raptors. It's just desperation, you know. They're trying to get plays down, but now it's a little bit too little too late as the ult comes in. Now this is 2v3 for now, as Faker will land that in. A big rocket as well right onto Hoyt. And now the cavalry will join on in. There is the fear, but it's not enough, and Faker actually will go down as now Teddy is alone, but he's going to win the fight on the top side as Kwangdong Freaks. They catch some limit testing. Owner trying to go 1v3, should be able to take out Elam though, as this Sonic Wave will not land on the follow-up.
Now, another kill going over to Owner, and I think he's kind of reached the peak of where Lee Sin is going to be in the early game. Kuma does not have Rocket available.
Oh, that was hilarious.
And that wave is gone, so that's the end of that. But, like, Owner is so fed that he can make crazy plays like this and threaten people, but him getting the final kill there, putting himself at 5-1 and 3, like those are, you're getting diminishing returns on the Lee Sin being extremely fed. You'd rather the kills go elsewhere.
How confident can Owner get here as now he will go down finally? That's going to be the shutdown given over to Keen. All of a sudden,
Kwangdong Freaks are only 5,000 gold behind.
All of a sudden.
4.4 thousand behind. With that kill coming through, once the graphic updates there on the top, we are in a game.
Is the gap closing? No, the answer is no.
We're in a game now where some kills have been given over to Kwangdong Freaks, as this is just a really nice exchange here on the top side from Teddy. Just knows his damage so well. Okay, Keen is really trying to push this. Unlike last game. Hold on, Keen.
Okay. There's the Shuriken. He might have enough damage. R2 comes in, but he's feared under the turret. Keen gives it a shot, but double buff Vex Faker is going to turn it down.
And also, Faker is playing a champion that loves all those dashes coming in towards his face, plays it really well, backs up the turret, flashes perfectly initial engage against a flashless Keen, so he has to use those mobility options. Fate,
I think that second one missed, but this is going to be the chains landing, and a Q auto will be enough. Fate takes down a kill. This game has delved into just straight up chaos now. Feels a little bit like solo queue.
What I want to say is these trades keep happening for Kwangdong Freaks, as we're going to watch this from Faker's perspective.
안 죽을 것 같긴 해.
He's like, I might die. I don't think so.
잡았어.
Got him. And
Kind of like what we've seen him do in the past.
Unseen at the moment. Scryers does not catch him.
Uh-oh. Owner is in a bit of trouble. This will be the burst onto him as he will get over the wall, but now he is chained, and here comes White, but goes extremely far into this one, and the blast plan is perfect. The stopwatch not really going to buy too much time, but Owner will just barely go down to the poke from Teddy and this lethality Zaya. All that MR they're building, not going to help against him, as now Keen finds himself caught with the slicing Maelstrom. Going to help out in stopping this one. Keen trying to push them away, and Zeus will actually go down, meaning this Mountain Drake is going the way of Kwangdong.
So 2 for 2 Drake game. Really nice setup from Fate. Gets value out of his Banshee's Veil there just for a moment, and even though Owner had some heroics.
Okay, a little bit of a follow-up here as Faker's going to call for the engage alongside of Carrier. This is 3v5 right now. Keen extremely low, and the hook goes down onto him. Carrier trying to kill the Akali, and he will bring him in for a kill now onto the excited Jinx, and somehow T1 still find value.
They still find value. The Drake goes over to Kwangdong Freaks, but the money that T1 picks afterwards is arguably more valuable. And so, I mean, the ways that Owner survived. Okay, there's no vision here.
They can do it.
They
TP,
teleport.
Owner's coming in, and Fate's TPing bottom.
Yeah,
they have
no idea.
No clue.
T1 are just so smart on the map because you'll get a second one as soon as you go back and buy. If your team wins the fight, it might give you just enough gold to get that Zhonya's.
Stasis will always get the stamp of approval from me, as Fate is going to die immediately. There's another hook that comes in, and the Shadow Surge just barely lands on the Hoyt in the back line. Will Faker pull the trigger? The answer will be no, but T1 pushing in with the Baron, looking to secure their finals berth here, and it might just happen on this push.
Looks likely. T1 looking to pick up the 19 this season in series. They're on an 18 series winning streak. 2 inhibitors now down. No LeBlanc for 25 more seconds.
They
T1
lose Baron though.
Think better of it. They don't have a great minion wave, as you say, with the Baron buff gone. And we'll back away. He's the only one who has a gold lead. He's the only one who can make these proactive plays. But you're so trapped as Fate in moments like this where you're trying to catch the Nautilus who has stopwatch, and you get punished, you die. And you're removed, and now T1 have free reign over this game, because it's otherwise a Xayah who doesn't have really any damage and extremely behind Keen. Like an Akali who is a paperweight, essentially, in this game. No stopwatch to speak of. Yeah, that's the one angle you've got. Owner has GA, positioning here very aggressive.
And with the Xayah nowadays in this lethality, it is somewhat hard to, well...
You were saying, Valdez?
I mean, it's still hard to engage into her. The poke is good, though, as...
There's that stopwatch value.
Yeah, stopwatch comes in, Keria immediately dies afterwards, as here is the engage. Akali dies, everybody dies on the side of Kwangdong Freaks. Will they get Zeus at the end of the day? No, they will not. T1 will pick up the 3-0 tonight and move on to the finals of LCK Spring 2022, to the surprise of literally nobody, as they stomp their way through the Kwangdong Freaks.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation, joined by Faker Keria after picking up a victory against Kwangdong Freaks and heading into finals. I'm really happy with the clean 3-0, and I will do my best for the final as well. In Korea, we were able to see the essence of the season MVP. How do you feel? I thought, Teddy Hoyt, they're very strong, so we really did a great job dealing with them, and also I'm happy that we picked up a 3-0 victory. You guys had about 6 days to prepare for these playoffs. A little bit less than a week. So what was the point around, the preparation for this best of 5s against Kwangdong Freaks? Speaking of Kwangdong Freaks, we did drop a game against them in the regular split, and also in the first round of the playoffs, we kind of realized that they really like to fight a lot. So yeah, we kind of paid attention to those aspects. And today, T1 decided to kind of remove Nautilus away from Hoyt. Well, it's both feeling really confident because I've never lost on that pick, and also we thought that it's really good if we can just remove that away from Hoyt too. T1 is always making history here during the 22 Spring, and we have another record that you guys made. It only took an hour and 18 minutes and 38 seconds to finish this best of 5 series, and this is the shortest record in the LCK history, so congratulations on that. And today, yeah, you guys were speeding like crazy. So was that the theme of playstyle you guys wanted to bring today? I mean, because Kwangdong Freaks is a very aggressive team, they have a very aggressive playstyle. So we were kind of matching their style, and we were able to have a very quick one. The opponents were not at the best condition, to be honest. So I don't want to pay too much attention to this record. What really surprised me about this tempo was that even though the enemy had a control ward in the Baron split, you guys kept trying the Baron. Who made those calls? Because our damage carriers were always kind of tell us when they had the power spike, and also we wanted to kind of capitalize on the weakness of the opponent, so we wanted to kind of play around the Baron. And Faker, I have a question about the Nocturne peak in Game 2. Could you guys tell us about that pick? You guys remember the Turn Off the Lights Please ad, a long time ago? So it was a bit of a recap of that commercial we had.
그러니까요.
About 2 years ago.
밀어버렸고 빠르게. 네. 그러면 좀 재밌는 질문 나온 김에
Well, in addition to that, T1 is having a lot of fun here at Lowell Park. And every players are always doing cool pose at the tunnel, but Faker, you just never strike a pose. Is that because you never wear any skin in game, or is that something else? I don't really do ceremonies, you know, so I can't be bothered.
불렀던 분은 다른 분인 것 같고요. 그럼 두 번째 분이 질문은 캐리아 선수.
Then Carrier.
유도 그 페이커 선수
Today,
정글 원딜이 일부러
owner Guma Yuzi,
공간을 좁혀놓는
you know, kind of tried to squeeze Faker when you guys were bowing on stage. Was that something intended?
다 같이 인사할 때 이렇게 딱 붙어서
You know, you guys always make a bow at the end of the game after victory, right? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not the one doing that, so. Faker, what about you? Do you think that's intended? I guess I gotta kind of work out and get buffed. And tomorrow, we're gonna find out your opponent at the finals. Carrier, who do you think will win? Who do you want to face at finals? Well, if you want to be the champion, you have to beat whoever you're gonna face against. So I don't really mind whoever makes the finals, you know. I hope we, T1, can perform at finals as good as we can. Carrier, which bot duo is a little bit more tricky? Just looking at the bottom lane, like in a vacuum, I think Guma Carrier is the best. That's it. What about you, Carrier?
저는 제가 제일 잘한 것 같습니다.
I think I'm the best. Faker, now it's gonna be your 12th LCK finals, and you might be able to be the one who can hoist the trophy if after losing no match. So what's your mindset and resolution heading into the best of fives? I mean, we're on the up and up, but at the same time, our opponent will be able to bring a great match against us. You know, it's gonna be a very, very entertaining second round of playoffs as well. And I will be able to, hopefully, able to make a great appearance up there. What about you, Carrier? Every time, you know, at finals, I always had bad memories. So I really hope that I can get the title. If not, it's gonna be a hard life for me. And also, I heard MSI might be happening from Busan, and I'm from Busan, you know. So I really want to go back to my hometown and showcase everything I've got. And best of luck at the finals. And this will be the end of the interview from Faker. Carrier, back to the carpet space. Thank you.